Okay, good morning guys. It's Tuesday, end of the quarter's almost here. So again, yesterday we talked a little bit about simplifying square roots. Today we're going to talk about multiplying and adding square roots and then simplifying. So today's lesson, let's see, 10:27 is going to be simplifying square roots, but mostly we're going to say, well, we'll say square roots because we can do cube roots, but we'll call it just square roots for today, okay? So what do? Okay, let's take a look at example 1. In example 1, I have 2 square roots of 6 times 2 square roots of 3. So what I'm going to do is multiply whole number to whole number. 2 times 2 is 4. And then I'll multiply square root number to square root number. So I get 2 times 2, and then I get 6 times 3 is 18. Now, can I do more? Of course I can, because I can break up the 18. We talked about that yesterday in class. So I break up the 18 into the square root of 9 times the square root of 2. I know the square root of 9 is a 3, right? We did this yesterday. I get 4 times 3 square root of 2, and I'm going to leave the square root of 2 the way it is because it's an irrational number. I multiply, and I'll get 12 square root of 2. Okay, how's that? That's how we do it. Just multiply, multiply. Okay, example 4 is the same thing. We'll multiply whole number with whole number, and I'll get 8. And multiply square roots to square roots of a 9x squared. Okay, great. So I multiply whole number to whole number to square roots. But then at this point, the 8 is done. It's just a whole number, so I'm going to bring down the whole number. But I can take the square root of 9. I know the square root of 9 is going to be a 3, so times 3. And I take half of my exponent, and I get a regular x, so I get a 24x, and that's what I get. Easy, huh? Okay, example 3 is the same thing, except we're going to distribute. Let me make these parentheses a little bit bigger here, and I'm going to multiply 2 square roots of 3 times 3 square roots of 3, and 2 square roots of 3 times 1. So let's multiply. 2 square roots of 3 times 3 square roots of 3 is a 6. Let's get our whole numbers together. Square roots of 9, square root numbers, plus whole number to whole number, I get 2. But remember, we're multiplying also by the square root of 3, so we got a square root of 3 here, okay? Now when I look at this, hopefully, and you look at this, see the same thing, I can see the square root of 9. Oh, square root of 9, that's just a regular 3. We know that. It's a perfect square. So I get 6. Square root of 9 is a 3. 2 square roots of 3, I have to leave that alone. Plus 2 square roots of 3, and you can do nothing with it. And then whole number times whole number, I just get 18 plus 2 square roots of 3. Don't add those. They're different. Don't add them. Leave it alone. Finished, okay? All right, number 4. It's a FOIL problem. It really is. So I'm going to go this times this, this times this, this times this, this times this, right? So when I do that, when I go 5 square roots of 2 times 2 square roots of 2, whole numbers to whole numbers, 5 times 2 is a 10. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4. Okay? Outside, 5 square root of 2 times a negative 7, whole number to whole number, 5 times 7 is a negative 35. But I'm also multiplying by a square root of 2, so bring it with you. Multiply on the inside here, whole number to whole number, I get 3 times 2 is a 6. And again, I also multiplied by the square root of 2, so bring it with you. And finally, 3 times a negative 7 is a negative 21. Okay, now, what can I do? Well, there's a bunch of things I can do. So first of all, I know the square root of 4 is 2. So I get 10 times 2, and I can combine these two. If I go a negative 35 and a positive 6, it has to be a negative 29. These are the same, so you can add them. Negative 29 square roots of 2, right? So I just combine them. Negative 35, positive 6. And then I'll bring down my negative 21, okay? All right, there's more I can do, isn't there? I think so, because 10 times 2, boy, gosh, that's 20. Minus 29 square roots of 2 minus 21. Almost done. 20 minus 21 is a negative 1. Minus 29 square roots of 2. Okay, there you go. All right. Now, example 5. What we're going to do is add, okay? I'll answer my phone after we're done. So we're going to add. We're going to go, let's see, what can we add? Well, we can add these two only because those are the same. These two are not the same, so we cannot add them. So I'm just going to bring them down. I'm going to go 3 square root of 5 plus a 9 square root of 3. And then 4 square root of 2 minus 10 square root of 3 makes a negative 6 square root of 2. So you can only add the same square roots. You can only add the same. So I did. I could add those two. Actually, I subtracted them. But you can't add those at all. Okay, last one. Well, it looks like you can't add them because they're not the same. So basically we'd be done, right? No, because we might be able to reduce that and that. Let's see if we can reduce. Because these are square roots. Let's see if we can reduce our square roots. And maybe, if we reduce them, maybe we can add them. So let's look at the first term. 3 square root of 18. Well, the 3 is my whole number. The square root of 18. Let's see. I'm going to try the square root of 9 times the square root of 2 because 9 is a perfect square. Over here, the second term, 4 is a whole number. Square root of 25, square root of 50, I'm going to use 25 and 2. Square root of 25 times square root of 2. Because square root of 25, that is a perfect square. Okay, now, we'll go from there. Okay, there and there. Square root of 9 is 3, so I get this 3 whole number times another 3 square root of 2 plus 4, that's my whole number. Square root of 25, I know what that is, that's a perfect square, times 5 square root of 2. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9 square root of 2 plus 4 times 5 is 20 square root of 2. And now, yes, I can add them because they're the same, right? They're the same, so I get a 29 square root of 2. Okay, and that's the lesson for today. There's not a lot of homework. There's only like really 5 problems and then an extra. That's it.